Retro is back. Again. But this time, Nikon might be playing for something bigger than nostalgia. Today we unpack not just the Zfc Mark II specs, but what this release really says about Nikon's future, and why it might be the smartest or riskiest move of the year. Welcome to Alt Buzz. If you're tired of recycled camera talk and want real insight with zero fluff, hit subscribe and let's dive in. While everyone's talking about the obvious upgrades, the improved autofocus system and enhanced video capabilities, there's something far more interesting happening beneath the surface. Nikon quietly redesigned the grip ergonomics, making it 15% more comfortable for extended shooting sessions. They added weather sealing that wasn't advertised in the main keynote. The electronic viewfinder refresh rate jumped to 120 Hz, eliminating that subtle lag that made the original feel sluggish in low light. But here's what caught my attention. The menu system received a complete overhaul, borrowing interface elements from their flagship Z9. This isn't just feature creep. This is Nikon admitting that tactile controls mean nothing if the digital experience frustrates you every time you need to dive deeper than aperture and shutter speed. The battery life jumped from 300 to 450 shots per charge, not through bigger batteries but through smarter power management. They're using the same processor architecture as cameras costing twice as much, but tuned specifically for efficiency over raw computational power. The Zfc Mark II doesn't scream for attention, but maybe that's the point. The timing here tells a story that goes beyond product cycles. While Canon and Sony are releasing hybrid beasts packed with artificial intelligence features and 8K recording capabilities, Nikon's playing a slower, more focused game. This release lands at a moment when creators are experiencing fatigue from complexity. Every new camera promises to revolutionize workflows with computational photography and automated everything. But there's a growing counter-movement. Photographers rediscovering the satisfaction of manual control, of understanding exposure triangle fundamentals, of cameras that feel like precision instruments rather than pocket computers. Nikon read the room differently than their competitors. Instead of chasing the hybrid video market or cramming more megapixels into smaller sensors, they asked a simpler question. What if we made a camera that photographers actually want to pick up and use every day? The APS-C sensor choice isn't a compromise, it's intentional. Smaller, lighter lenses, better depth of field control for portrait work, lower file sizes for creators who shoot thousands of images per project. While full-frame sensors chase technical perfection, APS-C delivers practical versatility. This camera speaks to a specific type of creator, someone who values the experience of photography as much as the final image. If you're shooting lifestyle content, travel photography, or street portraits, the physical dials matter more than you might expect. Changing ISO without diving into menus keeps you present in the moment instead of fighting with interface design. The autofocus system borrowed from higher-end Z cameras means subject tracking that actually works reliably. Not groundbreaking by industry standards, but solid enough that you stop thinking about it, which is exactly what you want from focusing systems. Video capabilities hit the sweet spot for content creators who need quality without complexity. 4K recording at 30 frames per second with full-width readout eliminates the crop factor that plagued earlier models. The flip screen finally rotates fully for vlogging, though they kept the classic aesthetic by hiding the articulation mechanism. Image quality delivers that distinctive Nikon color science. Warmer skin tones, more natural greens, less aggressive sharpening than Sony's approach. For creators building consistent visual brands, this matters more than raw technical specifications. If you're this kind of creator, someone who values intentional tools over impressive spec sheets, this might quietly be the best camera you'll pick up this year. Let's address the elephant in the room: pricing. At launch, the Zfc Mark II sits uncomfortably close to full-frame alternatives that offer more versatility. For creators on tight budgets, that price gap becomes harder to justify when you're choosing between APS-C charm and full-frame capability. The lens ecosystem, while growing, still feels limited compared to Canon's RF mount or Sony's extensive E-mount catalog. If you're someone who needs specialized glass for specific creative projects, you might find yourself adapter shopping more often than you'd prefer. Low light performance, while improved, doesn't match the latest generation sensors from competitors. If you're shooting concerts, weddings, or events where available light determines success, the ZFC Mark II might leave you wanting more headroom at higher ISO settings. Battery life improvements help, but in a world where mirrorless cameras drain power quickly, 450 shots still feels conservative for all-day shooting without backup batteries. This could either be Nikon's most misunderstood win or a painfully quiet misstep. Here's where this camera becomes more interesting than its leaked specifications suggest. We're witnessing a cultural shift in creative tools, a movement away from artificial intelligence-driven automation and back toward deliberate, mindful creation. The ZFC Mark II is expected to arrive by the end of 2025, landing at a moment when creators are questioning whether more computational power actually improves their work. Social media algorithms reward engagement over artistry. Smartphone cameras eliminate technical challenges, but also remove creative control. Professional cameras become so complex that using them feels like operating spacecraft rather than capturing moments. Against this backdrop, a camera that promises to prioritize physical controls in straightforward operation could feel revolutionary rather than retro. It's not about rejecting modern technology, it's about choosing tools that enhance rather than replace human creative decision-making. The tactile experience matters because it keeps you connected to the fundamental craft of photography. When you adjust aperture with a physical ring, you feel the change in a way that touchscreen interfaces can't replicate. When exposure compensation requires deliberate action rather than automatic algorithms, you engage more thoughtfully with light and shadow. Maybe it's not about outspecking the competition anymore, but about reclaiming the joy of deliberate creation. The Nikon ZFC Mark II challenges assumptions about what cameras should prioritize in 2025. While competitors chase technical supremacy and feature completeness, Nikon focused on user experience and long-term satisfaction. This approach either demonstrates profound wisdom or dangerous naivety. For creators seeking cutting-edge capabilities, unlimited lens options, or maximum performance per dollar, this camera might feel like a pleasant distraction rather than a serious tool. But for those who value craftsmanship, intentional design, and the satisfaction of mastering a thoughtfully constructed instrument, the ZFC Mark II offers something increasingly rare in modern photography equipment. The question isn't whether this camera can compete with specification sheet leaders. It can't, and that's intentional. The real question is whether enough creators still value the intangible qualities that make photography satisfying beyond just producing technically excellent images. So, is the ZFC Mark II a late arrival no one asked for? Or a perfectly timed answer to a question creators stopped asking? Until now? Let me know below. Would you buy this over something newer and flashier? And if this gave you something new to think about, tap subscribe and explore the product tags below for smarter gear options.